Howdy, feller.
Mr. Miller, this is the 8th time this week you've barged into my office unannounced, and it's only Tuesday.
Oh, come on, Mr. Manager. Don't you ever get lonely sitting here all day? You could use my company.
What I could use is your help around the restaurant. You know, the job I'm paying you for.
Then why don't you just send me out?
That's repeatedly proven to be futile.
So, what's for lunch?
Mr. Miller,
Oh, salty today, aren't they?
is there something you need, Mr. Miller?
No, just want to spend some time with my favorite manager. Say, I still don't know jack all about you. What's your story, Phil?
I don't feel obligated to share any personal information with my employee.
Employee? Is that all I am to you? After all we've been through?
It's been 3 weeks, Mr. Miller.
Well, if you don't want to share, I suppose I'll go first. Maybe you'll warm up to me. I've got quite the backstory.
Mr. Miller, I don't...
Once, many long moons ago, a beautiful little babe was born right along the golden parties of Philadelphia, Texas. His name was David Hansel Miller, bright as a summer day and sharp as a fiddle. He was destined for greatness, and the minute I popped into the world, hired to the Miller farm under my ma and pa. My ma and pa wanted me to be the best farmer this side of the west, so I was always out working on the farm. But despite my unmatched talents with the hoe, I never found myself thriving. Things only rolled further downhill when my pa left for the war.
The war? What war?
The war, feller. See, when my pa was out in the war, he lost his foot. He couldn't work no more.
Oh, that's quite unfortunate.
It didn't bother him too much, feller. Hell, he had that thing stuffed and mounted above the fireplace.
What?
Point is, 'cause he couldn't work, all his hours were passed down to me. But yeah, the more work I did out on the farm, the more I realized my passion was lying elsewhere, engineering. I always found myself crafting little gizmos and gadgets, earned me a bit of trouble from my peers. They thought I'd never achieve my dream. But a true man at the South never gives up. It's all in the cowboy code.
The cowboy?
I called it quits on the farming altogether. Needless to say, my ma and pa were quite sore about it. But there was nothing they could do or say to change my mind. Yeah, I set off for university to pursue my dream. Meanwhile, with the farm rotting away, my ma and pa decided to take a trip to... Luttervania.
Luttervania? Where is...
Feller, Luttervania ain't just any country. It's a goddamn battlefield. The second you set foot in their border is like signing your own death wrath. They're savages, those Luttervanians. I don't even want to tell you what kinds of things they do to folks like you and I.
What do they do?
You really want to know, Phil? First, they take your pants. Then, they take your bitches. Then, when you thought it couldn't get any worse, they take your nethers. I haven't heard from my ma and pa ever since then. Truth is, I fear those little veins finally got them for good. I can only hope and pray they don't go out of their way to find me next. But I'm always prepared.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Miller.
Ain't nothing a true Texan can't handle. Anyways, I got all three of my bachelor's degrees in engineering and one up here. Won't wanna be anywhere else, in fact. That being said, I think it's high time I get out and start mopping these tiles like you said. See you on the flip side, fella. Thanks for lunch.
What?